What's up, y'all? This is your girl, Miss Terrell. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below so that way you get to know when we have our tea talks, okay? So, I'm not going to tarry too long. Y'all already know how I am. Y'all know I just like to get straight to it. So, get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that you're sipping on, and sit down close. So, be sure that you go over to the Warrior community, which is available on Patreon. So that way, if you're interested in our book club, we are doing a lot of just throwing straight chasers out there. Straight chasers, just straight facts pretty much. In regards to what our objectives are for 2021. So we're reading a book right now, a really good read, where I really kind of like the first chapter. We're still in, mind you, we have one book every 3 months. So that way it's spread out. No one has to worry about trying to play catch up. No one has to worry about being in a particular area in the book. You'll get there when you get there. Everything is in stages. Even when it comes down to our book club meetings, like everything is easily put there for you to follow along, agree, chat with us, have our Q&A about it, express our thoughts, etc., spread around season motivation, empowerment, etc. That is available in our Patreon based community. So that's that. We also have a Dream Entrepreneurship virtual seminar happening in February on Friday, February 4th. Oh, excuse me, Thursday, February 4th. That gives you a couple of weeks to register and invest in yourself, is what I like to call it. As y'all already know, y'all already knew, I was not going to charge for the course. I am not going to charge for the intro course. So I simply ask for you to pledge and invest in yourself to get the workbook. As you know, I already work from home, so I don't have a really big overhead. Praise God, praise the universe. So you're really just helping me with the printing supplies. There's no wish list out there for you to have to take anything off the list for me to be able to make this possible. So again, that's thanks to God, that's thanks to the universe. And I found fulfillment in helping others blossom. Like, I don't care how bad things were for me. It always seems to happen where I end up coming into a presence of someone else that really had me be able to take myself out of my own situation and think of other people, you know, as if like, how are they feeling, more or less, you know, worrying about myself. You know, you never know how hard you have it on what level and degree until you meet someone that same day that's going through a confused energy. So I love it. I can't complain. Like, I can't complain. So I love what I do. I love opening up people's mindsets. And so, yeah, go ahead, drop down below. Even then, I'm going to put the link down below, or you can always go over to my email. My email is located underneath the About tab. But we need to go ahead and let 2021 know who is boss and who is not here to take names. We don't care about no damn names, address, none of that. You know, it's just all for the taking. You feel me? So I'm with y'all. I will be hosting the class. I'm super, super, super excited. The workbook will be available to you digitally, and it can be available to you via hard copy. It's completely up to you. Understand, the postal service right now is in a whole struggle. You feel me? They in the weeds with mail. So just keep in mind that if so happens you are in the dinosaur times of wanting it via hard copy, I do strongly suggest that you do request the digital copy. Go to maybe an office supply store, etc., and have them printed off. Now understand that it is a couple pages. It's a couple pages more than it's several, a couple pages more than a few. So just keep that in mind. You know, those prices will vary per copy. Or if it's easier for you to be able to have me print it off here in the office, I can simply do that for you. I'm not really sure if there will be any type of additional fees that will apply. I think the only fee that I will apply if I was to print it off and send it to you will be for you to really dedicate yourself and commit yourself to wanting better. 2020 was nothing but a setup for 2021. So boom. Now that that's out the way, get your water, get your wine, second cup, and sit down. Go ahead and sit down. Go ahead and sit down. Okay. I'm not going to tarry too long. I got some fried Oreos on the way. So I like to eat them hot and warm. Okay. Really good topic. Really good topic. Came out of the warrior community, as you already know. Went through that spiel. If not, back it up a couple seconds. And so it was a really good question. And it wasn't even so much of the question that came from that person. It was the question that I got out of what she was saying to me. And it was just, mainly this person, they have so much life. They have so much energy. They have so much charisma to want to be one of those around the clock type people. It's just like hospital status, 7-Eleven status, just Walmart Supercenter status, just 24/7. And I'm just like, yo, you bugging. Now, when I say this because, in all honesty, from the top of my wig to the bottom of my feet, that needs to go to the damn nail salon tomorrow. Inauguration. I'm not going out my house. I ain't coming out my house. Hence, the Oreos are coming to me. But I digress. So, hear me when I say this. A lot of times we answer our own questions, and it's just like, when do you have time for yourself? It's cool for you to want to be out here, and I'm with you. I'm one of those 7-Eleven hospital type minded people, but at some point my body needs a rest. Okay, so when this warrior came to me and she was just spilling out her aspirations, and she was spilling out how she wants to feel about her life. And mind you, she signed up for the program. As a matter of fact, she signed up 4 other people with the entrepreneurship program. So she's around like-minded people. So I know she's around, when I say like-minded people, she's around people that say, look, even though the hospital open, certain doctors go home. Certain doctors go get rest because they understand if they are not up to par, they cannot be in full capability of helping others. See, the same things that have people slipping are the very same things that other people, they take for granted or they take advantage of. Okay, so you can either keep your body up to par or you can burn out. We need to talk about it. And when I say burn out, there's 2 ways you can burn out, okay? I'm not saying burn. Ain't no one burning. But I'm saying there's 2 different versions of you being burnt out, okay? Now, my warrior, awesome girl, awesome woman. She take care, she provide, she protect, she profess. Sounds like a whole adult to me. It don't have to be a whole man, don't have to be a whole woman, but the responsibility of it all that she's taking care of. It sounds like she's an adult, okay? So with her knowing that she's able to make choices, she wants to be the hospital versus the doctors that understand, I can't save the whole world, but I can save those few I'm able to touch. Okay. So I hear her. You know, she pretty much doesn't want to take advantage of the time that she has here on earth. She doesn't want to take for granted, you know, the freedom, quote unquote, to you know, live out her dream of her wanting to open businesses and leave generational wealth, and, you know, just being able to live comfortable to where she feels like she's successful. All right, cool. No problem. I have another warrior friend that decided to chime in, and it was the complete opposite. It was a thing of, you know, I do for everybody as if like I'm the hospital. You know, I keep the lights on. I keep everything functioning where everyone has some type of relaxation in their energy. And yet, you know, I'm tired. I'm this, I'm that. Look, let me tell you something. And I sat right there and I said it to both of them. When it comes down to you feeling burnt out, or, you know, you doing a burnout, think of someone, you know what I'm saying, like on a race car track. Like they're going really, really fast, right? At some point, you know, there's the other vehicles on that track are going to have that exhaust kickback when it comes to someone speeding off. Yeah, that's one type of burnout. It's just like, you know, you ambitious, you hungry, you starving. You know what I'm saying? Like to be able to reach your aspirations. You're not going to stay in the same frame of mind with the same people. You're going to move on. I've done a video about this. Sometimes you got to go to grow, and you decide when you want to take off and run with the baton. And a lot of times, times show us when it's time for us to move on and to grow and to understand that everything comes with a lesson. Every season comes with a lesson. Every season comes with an ending too. Like, when has it been year round? At least where I am at, I experienced 4 seasons out the year. So at some point, with her burning out and just wanting to take in everything that her parents worked hard for, she worked hard for, to be able to make it to the next level and elevate. The other one is feeling like, yo, when I say I'm burnt out, like it's 100 and some odd degrees, like Arizona type heat, dry heat, all hell heat. Where is the water heat? Everything evaporated type heat. I mean, they out there just like, I'm trying to tell you, like dry roaches. They don't know what is going on. But let me tell you something. Either you take off fast, or you do everything where, you know, you've gone to college. You've done the crazy things. You've done the silly things. You've experienced the whole college life atmosphere. But the thing that you lost in mindset and perspective and in yourself, hold on. Sorry about that. My Oreos are here. But anyhow, like I said, you know, everyone's forgetting the fact of the perspective as to how we start off has a lot to do with how we finish. I don't believe we should start off sprinting, but I don't feel as if like we should get to the middle milestone, checkpoint, you name it, and all of a sudden it's just like you caught a cramp, you caught a Charlie horse. And so if you try to run on it and continue a marathon with, you know, an aching muscle, eventually you're going to injure yourself or hurt yourself to a point. It's going to feel like it's going to take you out, but it's not to take you out physically, but it's to take you to a place mentally for you to understand certain things. This is what people miss about being burnt out and being exhausted, or being pushed to a level where they feel like if there's an obligation for them to fulfill whatever it is someone else thinks will be good for you, an aspiration for you, inspiration for you, etc. Let me tell you this. Life, of course, is very cliche. Life is a marathon. It is a cycle. It very well is. So at any point, it can feel like it ends, and it can feel like it can start again. But you have to remember this: in order for you to experience a burnout, you had to be living life too fast. Too fast. When has someone ever sprinted off and did not go to a walking point when they did not lose speed? They started too fast. When you start fast, you end quickly. Like, for example, I have a friend, right? I have a friend that is in a line of work where, managerial wise, they make a lot of decisions. They make a lot of executive decisions as quiet as it's kept. Anytime you got to sit in on something, regardless if it's you witnessing a termination, or you watching someone or helping someone be able to fill out their tax papers and make the schedule and buy the inventory, you have a huge investment, a vocal investment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a managerial investment. So this one in particular day, they were to go in later in the day. Now, granted, when you salary, you can pretty much work whatever. They're going to pay you whatever. But the thing that was just like flabbergasting was the fact of, it was just like, your manager status, and yet someone says, well, hey, they gonna text you and say, well, hey, pretty much I want to get off early. But you're burnt out though. You're tired. You should be able to eat a good breakfast, go back to sleep, then wake up and go and do what you need to do, fulfill whatever it is that you need to do to pay your debt to society, whatever. Boom. If you're really that burnt out, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to make certain choices that at some point are going to be right for you. The one thing I learned from the book club and our warrior community, the book that we're reading right now, this is where what we're reading applies. Because at some point, not to be mean and difficult of understanding how someone else feels, but even then, my counselor says it's like, you get to a point where you have to apply where it is your name is responsible for being. Okay, so this person wants to get off early, but you're burnt out and tired, and you're a manager. Like, you're of some type of opinion. Like, your opinion weighs something. Okay, I'm not coming in no damn time soon. I will come in when my shift starts. What you're not going to tell me to do is come off my damn throne when so happens I'm entitled to sit here. Just like I'm entitled to sit home, do whatever until it's my time to come in. I get paid regardless. So at this point, right in stage, for you to come and request for me to come in early, but you knew you had to work this shift, then you just gonna have to work this shift. Point blank, period. So we need to talk about, when it comes to that burnout, what to do to, I don't want to say unburn yourself, but to kind of help you adjust to the chafing until it heals. Because that's pretty much how I see a burnout feeling. A burnout feels like a bad chafe between your legs. It's just, no matter how much you decide to soak in Johnson & Johnson menthol baby soaks and shit and lavender soaks and shit, that burn is still going to take a couple of extra days to not feel so harsh and feel so uncomfortable. And when we're burnt out, that's how we feel. We feel uncomfortable. Look, I am no person to sit here and tell you I've not ever experienced it. I've experienced it trying to get through high school, paying for college, because my mom literally told me, you're not going to get my signature for no tax returns to go to no school, so you have to figure it out. Just like there's deadbeat dads, there's deadbeat moms too. So I had to work extra hard to get a culinary scholarship, to get a tennis scholarship, to get seen by basketball scouts until the growing pains started to kick in. And then I went over to tennis, and then that was worse. So I had to, oh, good. Thank you. So I had to, put certain things into perspective. Now, once I graduated, once I got what I needed, obtained what I needed to be able to move forth, then I experienced exhaustion. But my thing was, for me, I burnt out early because that way I already knew I was going to need some rest. But I would rather need rest at the end of the day of the sprint and marathon, just so I wouldn't be in that environment anymore. So everyone has their own motivation and empowerment as to why they start off so fast and how they end. But the thing that I had to learn in the midst of me learning to process my burnouts, it's really simple. It's really simple. Just like it's easy for you to heal a chafe in between your legs, it's just as easy for you to get a hold of what it is that burns you out and how it is that you're burnt out. And the first way is you have to prioritize. Again, it goes right back to me saying, place your name where it should be attentive to you. And if so happens, someone wants to go through the primary and pretty much the most essential parts of their life and waste it, is not for you to feel sorry about. If so happens people make life decisions and choices that at that point they thought was, thoughtful, just to find out that they were mindless, then that's on them. You know what I'm saying? If you know you ain't signed your name on 2 leases, don't worry about no eviction papers, especially if it's not on yours. So you have to think about those type things. Someone wants what they want, but they can't take care of what they need. But then they come to you asking you to separate from your wants because you can fulfill your needs, but they can't due to the actions of what they decide to call influences. Jesus. It's not on you to fix it. And anyone that's going to put that type of guilt on you, you need to go back and look at that video. You need to go to grow. You need to understand the signs of when someone uses you. And you need to close your front door, your back door, your windows. Make sure your roof is good. I need to do something on that because I done built a whole house with a lot of my theories and I ain't got near shingle the first. So yeah, we need to talk about that. Maybe that'll be a warrior community conversation. Because shingles, it takes just like it takes a lot to make a foundation test of soil, it takes a lot to put a roof on something, because, okay, anyhow, so you need to prioritize. If it's bills, you need to think about your bills before you want to go out and club. You shouldn't be in no type of club anyhow during a pandemic. But you do need to understand what it means for you to grow up. And part of growing up is you adapting and prioritizing. I just did a video on adapting or surviving. Now, there's a difference at this point. Because in order for you to get past what you've been through, you have to be able at some point to take action and realize that you need to move forward. Otherwise, you staying where you are is just keeping that door cracked, which means it's still open for you to feel that same energy in your room. It can come and go when it pleases, which means you're stuck. And when you're stuck, how are you helping you? I don't understand how you move in quicksand. You cannot do near footstep in no damn quicksand. It's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? It's going to pull you down. It's going to, come on, that's how it feels when you're in denial. And a lot of times when we're burnt out, we're in denial of what we prioritize to be mandatory to take care of and what it is that we have time to put aside as something to do later. So I thought that was a really good question that came from the conversation for me to bring it here. And sometimes you acknowledging out loud what it is that we've been burnt out for in the past to help us be able to understand like where we need to filter and place our energy in the future. I think that's really important. And it's important to your self-help. So put down below, what are the things that you were burnt out from in the past? Let me know what those things are. Maybe so happens a fellow warrior could be able to be of some type of encouragement to you and for you, support you through you trying to motivate and elevate yourself forth. By all means, go over to the warrior community. It's listed down below. And just like my other tea talker, go ahead and sign up for that Dream Entrepreneurship Virtual Seminar. That will be happening on Thursday, February the 4th. You will be receiving information once you sign up and pledge your seed for you to move forth. You will have a email go to you in regards to letting you know what time the video will be, our Zoom call will be, and I look forward to seeing you all there. Until next time, love, light, be nice, wash your hands, including your thumbs, bitch, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.
See if I can turn it this way. Yeah.
The depths of the media sees no evil. Buildings crashing 9/11, no sake for the people. Children take to everything. Others willing to feel anything just to say they were there. Boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, domestic violence. Do you care? When the curtains close, your head hangs low. You're wishing someone was there. Just turn to me for relief. I know how you feel. I am you. You are me. We share symptoms of the black sheep. Aren't you aware?
This image, I remember howling winds, nights trying to hustle to 10 degrees, ash on my knuckles. Coke in my long john, sipping on the brisk. A tall glass, nigga, please, who get a sip of this? Coke in my long john, slave to the sin. Call me young Coke there if the cops try to frisk. I may get a grip, I may get a grip. I may slapping 20s, lobster tails, and some shrimp. I used to bump Wayne all day as a pimp, now I'm past Wayne, Drake and going in.